How is everybody doing today? My name is Master Zero and welcome back to another reaction video. This time we are reacting to Let's Build a Time Machine with Pickles and Sadness by exurb1a. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, I thought I reacted to this one just because the other one that I reacted to, I believe it was Unlimited Rice Pudding. That one had to do with Time Machine and time travel and all that mumbo jumbo, so I thought it was this one, but apparently not. He has another Time Machine video, which I'm super excited because the Unlimited Rice Pudding one was amazing. I loved it so much, and that I want to say that was the first one I ever reacted to by exurb1a. I'm not gonna fact check myself, but that's what y'all guys are for. So yeah, I'm super excited about this one just because it's, like I said, it has to do with time machines. So without any further ado, here is Let's Build a Time Machine with Pickles and Sadness by exurb1a.
Locate pickles. Quantity 2.
Yes.
Locate shelf. Optionally locate Bulgarian science juice. For
alcohol.
Sciencing.
For sciencing.
Place pickle 1 on floor. Place pickle 2 on high shelf. Congratulations, you now own a time machine. Ah, Turtle Boy has finally had his big December stroke, eh? No, not yet, anyway. It's called general relativity.
Turtle Boy.
Well, you see, catching a flight recently, I noticed there was no row 13 in front of me. Clearly a superstition thing. Oh,
yes.
That's great, I thought. They build planes based on magic these days, do they? What keeps this one in the air?
I love it.
Ectoplasm? Pixies under the wings? If I visit the lavatory, shall I perchance encounter 2 unicorns engaged in frantic coitus?
I hope
but
so.
To be honest, science is just magic that works. It's the reason why Pickle 2 is really traveling in time. Now, let's divide the world into Magic 1 and Magic 2. Magic 1 is crazy stuff we believe because it seems legit, but we tested it and it appeared to be bollocks. Like 13 is bad luck for some reason, or you can cure diabetes by licking a squid. Magic 2 is crazy stuff we believe because even though it's counterintuitive, all evidence and experimental data points in that direction. Like the universe probably began from a point of infinite density 14 billion years ago, or anything but full fat milk in tea can eat my ass. That pickle on the ground is traveling through time slower than the pickle on the shelf, all thanks to Albert Einstein. Matter and energy distort space-time, and we can actually prove all this using 2 atomic clocks and a mountain. Since a mountain is further from the center of Earth's mass than my apartment, being higher up, time should run slightly faster on the peak of the mountain than in my apartment. And since I live near a mountain and managed recently to get hold of 2 atomic clocks, we're going to leave 1 atomic clock running on the ground in my apartment and take the other one up the mountain and measure the difference in time and prove Einstein correct.
Wish I had a
and
mountain
try to
next
convince
to me.
you that magic does exist. So off we go on a cliched pop science adventure. Chop chop.
Love it.
You pricks. For most of history, we believe that time is uniform, moving at a constant rate for all observers. We now know that's bollocks, thanks to this gentleman. He played the violin, he never wore socks, his favorite pastime was rolling Nobel Prizes up and smoking them. By 1915, Einstein already knew that the speed of light is the same in all reference frames. That means whatever your speed is relative to light, light will always be traveling away from you at about 300 million meters per second. What the fuck is God high? What's going on? This is called special relativity. If light
already
travels
love
at
this
a constant
video.
speed, no matter your speed relative to it, the universe compensates by increasing your mass and slowing time down for you as you accelerate. Special relativity is the reason why if you sent a baby off going at 99% the speed of light, it would come back to Earth eventually still a baby, while its sibling, having stayed on Earth, would be middle-aged, or old, or dead. But that was just his first trick, because next he comes up with general relativity, which applies to stuff that isn't necessarily moving, like our time-traveling pickles. And he realizes that it isn't just moving fast that messes with time and distance, it's matter and energy themselves. And a new door opened in reality. The thing to remember here is that from your perspective, if you feel something pulling your feetsies down to the ground and you're blindfolded, you can't tell the difference between whether you're going up in a lift wicked fast or just being pulled down by a planet's mass, gravity in other words. This is called the principle of equivalence. Acceleration and gravity feel like the same force subjectively, even though they're not, because gravity is the curvature of space-time, making gravity a product of the geometry of space-time. Einstein then produced his field equations which model the relationship between matter and the geometry of space-time with this new curvature idea, and when you apply this model to the universe, everything changes. Just take GPS satellites, for example. Since they're further from Earth's mass, time runs slightly faster for them than us, thanks to general relativity. If engineers didn't correct for this, the GPS on your phone would probably be off by about 10 kilometers every day. But the real changes came to cosmology. From Einstein's work, we now know that mass and energy are manifestations of the same thing, that because of time dilation, the Earth's core is probably about 2.5 years younger than its crust, that light warps around stars and massive bodies in an effect called gravitational lensing, that sometimes stars collapse and produce black holes, that our current universe probably began from a space-time singularity billions of years prior, that right now the heavens are awash with invisible gravitational waves that fall out of black hole collisions and kissing neutron stars and perturbations in the oceans of the universe. And all of this dreamt up by a sockless violin-playing oddball working in a Swiss patent office over a century ago, confirming mathematically that there is no master frame of reference in the whole of creation. And time, the one thing we always assumed is as fundamental as it gets,
time's
is
just
really
man-made,
an
though.
entirely relative phenomenon. And sure enough, if we measure our atomic clock on the ground, perhaps only a few hours have passed, but up here on the mountain, thanks to time dilation, we in fact find that there's no difference whatsoever, because I can't afford an atomic clock, much less 2 atomic clocks. Besides, the time discrepancy at this height would be minuscule. It's there, people have measured it, paper below, but not me and not today. Also, that isn't even me on the mountain. I just found the footage online because I couldn't be bothered walking up it today. Because I'm unmotivated. But you know what? You try turning 30. Just waking up in the morning is a fucking miracle. Now,
I still got 5 years, buddy.
Is a magic
Don't push
story. It sounds ridiculous, but it has been verified, most of it. Space and time really are bendable, malleable things. But there's another Magic 2 story that is arguably even more insane. Trip. And since you're still here and clearly have shit taste in YouTube content, let's take a quick jaunt into particle physics. Firstly, please try to imagine the universe as fields on fields with fields on top. Sometimes there's an excitation in a field and out pops a particle. Particles come in 2 teams, Team Fermion and Team Boson. Why? Who fucking knows? Fermions make stuff. They build matter. This includes stuff like the electron, neutrino, and the 6 flavors of quarks. Quarks, what are they? I'm glad you asked. They make up famously protons and neutrons, the nucleus of atoms. Quarks are held together by the strong force mediated by gluons. We'll get there shortly. But really, atoms are essentially quarks and electrons. And then there's Team Boson. Bosons glue nature together. Sort of. Generally, they carry the fundamental forces of the universe.
You know,
the photon carries electromagnetism, for example. The W and Z bosons carry the weak force, and the Higgs boson carries mass. Pedantic interlude. Maybe you keep hearing people saying the Higgs boson gives stuff mass in the universe. Firstly, remember the Higgs boson is an excitation of the Higgs field, so it's the Higgs field that gives stuff mass. Imagine a big sticky pool of honey that the other particles are trying to move through. But the Higgs field doesn't give everything mass. In fact, most of the mass in the universe doesn't come from the Higgs field. Anyway, moving on. So ultimately, this is the standard.
Just a little side note there.
This is important. Remember, protons and neutrons are quarks, and quarks do interact with the Higgs field a bit, but the rest of the mass of the proton and neutron come from quarks interacting with the carriers of the strong force, gluons, turning energy into mass from the interaction. And as we know from this guy, you can make a lot of energy from a little bit of mass. It's not important, but just the Higgs doesn't give everything mass. And hand shot first, and Punk's not dead, and semi-skim milk and tea can eat my ass. This is the standard model of particle physics as it stands today.
Milk and tea.
These are the ingredients of the world. 6 quarks, 6 leptons, 4 gauge bosons, and a cheeky little Higgs boson. But wait, there's more. Because as we discussed, the universe is really the result of fields. And these, as far as we know, are the basic quantum fields of nature, which we eventually end up calling humans and La Sagrada Familia, and that green shit you find in your eyes in the morning is called room, by the way. Fun fact for you.
I just call it
this is the bedrock of nature as we know currently. These are the underlying quantum fields. They represent the 3 generations of particles, throw in the 4 interactions or forces of nature that we discussed, and you have a universe. Now, the obvious question is, sorry, what the hell? Why set nature up like this? And is there something more fundamental than quantum fields? Do you know about stuffing? It is a traditional Christmas food back in my landmass of origin, and perhaps is popular in your country too. I don't know. But my grandfather made ooh-wee, the finest stuffing around, and we asked him every Christmas, hey, what's in this? And he always replied, I'll tell you on my deathbed. And, well, eventually he ended up on his deathbed, and a rather astute member of my family said, obviously, sorry about all this dying business, but what's in your famous stuffing? And he paused, and he said, I don't know. I just throw in whatever's left in the fridge that year.
Awesome.
We really like finding beauty in nature. It is the engine of mathematical and scientific discovery, and we usually assume if a theory is beautiful, it must be correct. But really, the question is, down at the bedrock, at the bottom of everything, why would nature be beautiful? Not to forget, beauty appears fairly relative to the time and culture you grow up in, but whatever the case, it would be wonderful if there is some elegant, underlying, integral beauty to the world. But what a bummer it would be if actually, fundamentally, nature is just whatever was left in the fridge. But either way, we will endeavor to find out.
Oh my god.
To the development of the scientific method, we now know how to. Ah, yes.
Cool.
We've done the introductory jokes, the recycled pop science bit. Time for the pseudo-intellectual absurdist outro.
Yes!
Caddington, fetch me my shouting socks. From Indonesia to Australia to Russia, we find caves decorated in strange hunting scenes, many of them 20, 30, 40,000 years old. We don't know what the ancients were doing, but some theories suggest that maybe these paintings were an attempt at magic, probably to make hunting more successful, the first evidence we have of humans trying to utilize a science to control the world around them. How far we've come since our early attempts at magic, and what beautiful things we found along the way. It turns out time isn't an absolute, and reality is made of fields and interactions, and who knows what else. Nature is bigger than we ever could have imagined and more elaborate than we ever could have imagined.
Jellyfish.
And despite the successes of our theories of reality, we are once again lost in the forest. Quantum mechanics still won't hold hands with general relativity yet. On top of that, there's a large percentage of the universe that's either invisible or there's something wrong with our conception of gravity. We have no idea what particles are doing or are before we observe them. We have no idea why the expansion of the universe is accelerating.
We just don't know.
If we make it that long, in 500 years, many of these questions will be answered. And though we can't guess at what those answers will be yet, it seems very unlikely they will be Magic 1 explanations because none of them have been so far. Do the planets really affect human destiny? Who knows? But it's unlikely Saturn's current position is the reason your dog pooped on the carpet this morning. Are aliens here already? Who can say? But it's rather hard to believe they must have
gonna say something about aliens
and traversed
when he
the
was talking about
galaxy
the
in faster than light starships to come to this planet to look specifically up your ass. It does rather seem sometimes like the less our species knows about it, the more
flawless,
certain we are of it. We're totally unique biologically on this planet. Oh, no, we're not. Well, at least the sun goes around our planet. No, it doesn't. Well, at least we're at the center of everything cosmically then. Sorry, no. We live in a galactic suburb. You know, should we just start a religion? Oh, come on. Rampant egomania thinly veiled behind British self-deprecation. You knew this was coming. And anyone can join this religion and everyone gets a free cat.
Even the kitty cat. I want a free cat.
For one, which is if you find yourself in conversation with another human who is boldly making declarations about things that are still totally unknown, as if we got to this point by just making things up and being confident about them. Consciousness is so simple, how haven't scientists worked it out, etc, etc. You just reply, Nofgio, a little acronym, a mantra, if you will. And it stands for, in short, no one fucking knows yet, okay? How long have we been wrong about almost everything? And look at what we got when we accepted we probably were.
Last parts of the videos are always so good.
Time dilation, antibiotics, those umbrella hat things. We didn't kill magic, we just learned to use it properly and carefully, and it is very much alive and well in the form of the scientific method. And the pictures we have now of the world subatomically and galactically are more insane than any story we could have come up with. And even better, as far as we've tested, they're accurate. This is the true age of magic. Now. Right now.
Right now.
Dragons, but you can take a big silver bird across the ocean if you want, and they'll serve you wine as you're fucking doing it. And we got here by checking our intuitions against the world, and if they didn't work, we discarded them. And if they did work, we took the next step on the road to finding out what this fishbowl we're living in
making it more
is. All truth is one. In this light, may science and religion endeavor together for the steady evolution of mankind. From darkness to light, from narrowness to broad-mindedness, from prejudice to tolerance. It is the voice of life that calls us to come and learn.
Beautiful.
Blessings of Nofgeology upon you. Have a very Merry Christmas. And if I may, a Happy fucking New Year also.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Music. So epic. Alright, so that was an eye-opener of a video. It was very... I know I use this word a lot, but it was very insightful. I know, it's the type of videos I watch. They're insightful videos. I like it. But yeah, I love how he went from the pickle, 2 pickles to be precise. He went from the pickle changing time because of the height. Brain's mush right now. And then he just goes freaking complete left field and just talks about everything, basically. But that was kind of like the unlimited rice pudding one. Like, I really like it. I love videos like this so much. And like the way he narrates it, it's quirky, it's funny, I love it. And like the whole fact that nothing is words trying to piece this together, but nothing's for sure, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, you could kind of like you said, you could say something with like a strong belief, but like it's not necessarily true. And stuff like this, like, I'm gonna go to Thor from the first Thor movie when he says, what does he say? Magic is just science that you haven't discovered yet, or something like that, which is true. Like this video has stated, like, you have one magic, then you have the other magic. The other magic is like proven, I guess, proven magic that they call science. But I'm babbling a lot in this outro, but really love the video. That's, I guess, your point, my point that I'm trying to get across. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like down below because it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos like this one. So with that said, I have been Master Zero. Y'all guys have been fantastic, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Later days.